I get a call at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's Ben at 144p resolution in a hot tub with Chris, drunk, and he's just like, Ori, I think I figured it out, man. People forget that like people scored 0 points on me as well. Like I wasn't getting
Ori,
scored
I don't
on.
know about that. I don't know. We need to review the tape. We need to review the tape.
Do not review the tape.
Yeah,
But
we were
okay,
just vibrating together.
yeah,
You know?
We vibrated. I noticed Ben's vibration, and I was like, "Yo, that's calibrated to the same speed as mine. We should keep working together." Dude.
We have a special video here today. It is Ben Schuller and Oricadia joining me, and nice to meet you. We're reacting to it all together. Let's go. We got the V in here. Wait, everyone's in here.
Hello, so nice to meet you. Good to see you. Make yourself at home. I don't remember your invitation, but if I know who I welcomed in.
We got face on this too. Wait, okay. First of all, guys, when did this happen? What?
I was wondering when the first pause was gonna start. We shot this back in November, actually, so this has been a long time coming. But
It's been 5 months already.
is that really 5 months ago?
Yeah, it's been 5 months.
So do you
Yeah.
guys mind when you'll like record something a while back and then you're like anticipating, for you or Arcadia, for example, right? You'll be anticipating this video coming out and then like 5 months later it comes out. Like, is that just part of the process, or do some of your videos take longer? I mean, this looks like it's very well filmed and everything, so.
Well, like so this is like my first ever, like, I want to say professional music video that I've ever shot. But I will say, like, from a nerdcore standpoint, with my videos sometimes taking like up to 3 weeks to finish, just because like they're doing manga animations, I was really accustomed to that process. So typically, like, what I like to do is that I like to get my music onto a demo stage, so then people know what they're editing for, or like, for example, like what we're shooting for this song.
Right.
And then once everything's ready, we just connect everything together with the final mix. So it's pretty standard, like, in our process. It's not really that different than what we do now.
So we only had like a really rough just lead vocal demo for the actual video shoot, and like I was, telling everybody, they're like, "Oh, so when's this gonna come out? Like we just filmed this, coming out like this." Like, well, it's gonna come out in like February, which ended up being like the first week of March, but close enough.
Yeah.
Almost got there.
Shout out the main man, the legend, Chris.
The legend, Chris.
That's
Chris.
the guy.
Okay,
My
who's
main
Chris?
man.
I'll say this about Chris, because that's Ben's best friend. But like my first impression of him from when I landed into Nashville is like, because Ben, like, I already had an idea of like how Ben operates on music video sets.
Yeah.
Like, because he's directing it, you know what I mean? Like, he's zip-zopping all over the place, trying to finagle, trying to figure out like where he wants everybody to be, places. But Chris is like right behind him doing the same thing. Like, he's almost his shadow, like, on a set. Like, I've never seen a man like move so quick without like any like time to like think. Like, that's the guy. He's the GOAT.
Oh, he's on
Dude,
top of it.
Chris, I feel like this first pause is so long. I'm sorry, Faze. No, but Chris is my best friend. I've known him since high school. But he lives here in Nashville now too, and we do all the videos together. He's like assistant director, producer. Like, we come up with all the ideas, all the concepts and everything together. And like day of shooting, he is like the guy with the clipboard, making sure everybody's where they need to be, make sure every prop is where it needs to be. Like, yeah, keeping us on schedule. Shout out Chris.
Shout out Chris.
Legend.
Too much to keep a list of. Nice to meet you.
What is going
on?
Damn, okay, you are singing in here, Ori. And you're actually you're looking pretty fire in here, huh?
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
First music video experience.
Yeah.
Give it up for Ori.
Let's go.
Thanks, man.
So like I actually just started it, I just sent Ori like a couple different beats and I was like, yo, I want you on this. I want to do a video for this project with you. And he was like, this is the beat. I love it. And then he came up with like that chorus melody. And it started actually as a completely different thing. It was gonna be like a two people combatant type of thing, like enemies with each other. Ori, do you remember the original video idea? It was gonna be like
It was gonna be us like on a I think it was like a medieval battlefield or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like Ori
This
was
is
gonna be the
not
king,
that.
and I was gonna be like some soldier leading troops in a battle, and then like, yeah, I don't know. It turned into it had this like war overtone, and then, like I actually just like was listening to like his lyrics from his initial chorus, and I wrote my verse, and it like I was like, wait, Ori, what if we do this kind of like we're at this house and it's like the house represents like you as a person, like your soul, and you are inviting all of these vices and these terrible things into your life, but you are like you are addicted to it and you keep doing it over and over, and so you've almost become apathetic to it. um and then so naturally that turned into like a seven deadly sins type of thing where it's
Right.
these actors in the video are representing like those vices by portraying the seven deadly sins essentially.
And then Callan looking like he is on crack the whole time. It's so funny, man. I'm almost
It's
like
funny.
completely distracted by the video because so much is going on.
Nice to meet you. They're knocking on my door again. Need a feeling of the consequence. Live my life right on the edge. Jumps the same, I said. You got me by the throat. Is it too late to shake you loose? My body says no. Nice to meet you. Make yourself at. Make yourself there. No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pause right there because you guys are about to. The thing that I
Dude,
like about you
Ori's
two,
singing. Ori's singing.
the thing that I like about you two is you're both really great singers, but in different ways. So then when you combine forces, it's like, okay, I got everything that I need here. Like I don't need anything else. This is exactly what I like. When did you realize you worked so well together to make it like a consistent thing? Because you've collabed in a few songs at this point.
So it really all started when me and John were putting together Appreciate the Sentiment, which was our album back in 2023. So
Love that,
coming
yeah.
off of MPC 2023, that's when I really got to meet like
Yeah, that's when we
majority
like
of the
actually
scene.
met the first time.
That's when we genuinely like shook hands and like met each other. And when me and John started becoming friends and putting together that project, we realized that the both of us really have an inkling and attachment towards Ben Schuller, and we really wanted to put him on our
Butterman
project.
Schuller.
Mm.
Yep.
So
I feel
so we managed to convince him to come onto the project for Devilish, and like that was probably the first song between like the three of us that we really like just saw like all three of our pretty different styles like completely mesh with each other and work perfectly
So
on
like
one
you
song.
guys are like vibing, right?
Yeah, it was vibes all around. It was
And that
amazing.
is not a bar on the pause with the vibrator.
Bro, I was gonna say like you chose the best clip to pause the video.
Right? Unintentional completely.
Yeah,
But,
we were
okay,
just vibrating together.
yeah,
you know?
you're just,
We vibrated. I noticed Ben's vibration, and I was like, "Yo, that's calibrated to the same speed as mine. We should keep working
hey,
together, dude."
it's so easy that way, right?
Dude, Devilish, that was a banger. That was When you sent
That's
that
still
beat
one of my
over
favorite
with
songs.
no, I think that's still my favorite one that we've done together. Like you sent over that beat
Yeah.
with like the hook on there, and like, oh, I'm gonna slide on this.
Yeah, like we've done our share of serious songs, like with "Follow My Lead," and then we've done our fair share of sexy songs with "Leash." But I really liked "Devilish," mainly just because of a nostalgia factor. Like that song was generally like Every time me and John will meet up, we sing that song during the weekend, like one way or another. We sing that song.
Make yourself at home. Knock out the door, and I'm ready to play. I want it all. I want it all. Got me down on the floor, but I live for the day. I want it all. I want it all. Think you're coming, I say welcome in.
Okay.
I keep answering, keep coming. I say welcome in. Nice to meet you. Think you're coming. I say welcome in. Call my number. I keep answering, keep coming. I say welcome in. Nice to meet you.
Yo, you guys going back and forth at the end there? Sick. Ori, was this place like dirty? Like you're eating off the floor? What's happening, Ori? What's
You
happening?
don't want to. You don't want to know the half of it, bro. Like we, if I remember correctly, I think Chris literally just ordered a bunch of food and snacks to represent gluttony. So he bought like a bunch of like Japanese snacks and stuff and Japanese chips, and he literally just grabbed the box and just went
Oh my god.
threw all of it on the floor.
That's a crime right there.
And
Dude.
not only that, like it was like in the corner because obviously like the house is super old, right? So like we're scared of out of our minds to touch anything because it could just easily break. So like I had to like sit down in that corner and my big ass, like I had to like squeeze myself up, like standing myself up. It was terrible, but it was a fun scene to do.
Dude, also huge shout out to McGuire. So like when I asked him like about being in this video, and it was like, all right, we want you to play Gluttony. How are you interested in that? We're thinking about getting you a fat suit and like, kind of really hamming up this like whole thing. And he was like, okay, yeah, I think I like, we get a fat suit and like, and then when he got to set and he was like, he turned into a different person. He was like just flipped this acting switch where he just like, he completely bought it. And like, that is not a fun character to play by any means. Like, you got to keep sitting there, like just putting food in your face. And he was like, you could tell that it was like draining on him too. And like, because we had to keep doing more takes and stuff, but he was like, yeah, just unbelievable. And the fat suit played to perfection. Like, he killed it. He killed it.
Yeah, I
also
kept
love that
noticing him.
guy.
I was always laughing whenever he was on here. You mentioned like a ton of takes. Like how many takes did it take if you had to guess? Or I guess how long did it take for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we had the house for 8 hours. We got there at, I mean, it's pretty early. It was like what, like 8 or 9 a.m. Maybe it was earlier than that. I don't know, because we also filmed this in November in Nashville, where the sun goes down at like 4.
Yeah.
So like we needed daylight because it's a mostly natural light video, and yeah, so we were there for about 8. We did go over about like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But when we had a schedule, we had like a shot list we were getting down to. Probably did most of the shots of each actor like 3 or 4 times, depending. Like the singing shots, we would do more takes of that. The big dinner scene at the end, that definitely was like, that took probably, yeah. That was,
oh my god.
There's so many moving parts. Like
That
you
was
got all of these
beautiful.
characters thank you. Like all these characters interacting with each other and trying to like portray their sin that they're doing. And so you got Peso over here, just like,
Dude.
no one else is talking. Like but he's like sitting there just yelling at everybody like during the shots. Like it's dead silent except the music, and then he's just like, "Yo, eat your food. Do it over here." Like, oh my god,
Bro. Once like those outtakes like drop, because I don't know if it's gonna be between me or Ben who posts that, but like Peso, like I will not deny one of the reasons why we had to shoot that scene so much was because I was laughing so hard. Like literally, there had to be like 4 like takes where I was laughing my ass off because Peso, like we would be like, action,
And Peso
Fuck
just
you! Like, yo, it's just Peso would just go crazy, and it was so funny. Like, oh my
Peso
god.
heard of a method acting, and he's like, "That's what I'm doing today."
Yep.
Dude, he absolutely did. Yeah, no, I can confirm the takes when I'm editing together Ori's dinner scenes. He laughs in about half of them, and
Dude.
but we
You should do a
those outtakes will
compilation of
come out.
him laughing, like just like
Yeah,
7 minutes straight of
Bro.
Ori laughing.
I'm
You know,
very excited to show these outtakes.
the behind the scenes of this video in particular is gonna definitely be saved on my computer as like a souvenir, because that easily one of the most fun experiences that you could ever have as an artist
Just
was that
imprinted in your
was that
mind.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yes, dude, it
It
was
was also
oh
just
my
fun
gosh.
having like so many friends like on set together and like people that know each other and like yeah, just hanging out and being goofy. Like there's a lot of goofy stuff in the video too.
Oh yeah.
Nice to meet you.
The infamous scene.
Dude. Oh my gosh, bro. You know what's funny
What are
is
you
that,
doing,
like,
Ori? Come on, Ori. What are you doing?
like, I don't know
It's
if you
not
saw
happening.
that tweet.
It's not happening. I'm so sorry. It's not
Oh
happening.
my god, bro. Like, we were at the supermarket because like Ben was like, dude, we need to get for Envy, we need to get magazines that of like, I don't know, like Big Strong Men or something for you. So then we could take shots for that. And we couldn't find them anywhere. And then it's like it was like
That's so good.
the universe just sent like Ben a beacon that is a Michael Jordan magazine that was like, I think it was like literally like the only one that they had, like the only men's magazine that they had
It
at
really
that
was.
supermarket. It was
Yeah.
just Michael Jordan. And I told Ben, I was
my
like, please,
God. Oh my
please,
God.
Ben, if you let this in the video, they will never let it live it down. Like, they're going to meme me on this.
Yes, to
And
give
I'll-
some backstory that for people that don't know, going into NPC last year, Oricadia was really practicing. You know, his ball game. He was doing trick shots and stuff. He was posting all these videos saying when the NPC basketball match happens, he's gonna be ready this time. Like he was ready, and then he did not. Unfortunately, he did not even make.
I was
it to
not
the-
ready.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready.
we had a world record 0 points during that game, but it is what it is. So that's why
Like,
this is
Hey,
hilarious because
his
he's
defensive presence was underrated. But yeah, no, it was.
I
it
say
made-
that all the time, and they're like, cause people forget that like people scored 0 points on me as well. Like I wasn't
Ori,
getting scored on.
I don't know about that. I don't know. We need to review the tape. We need to review
Don't
the
review.
tape.
Do not review the tape. Do not review the tapes. Let's not review the tapes.
We're good.
Let's
But
let
yeah.
my legacy. Let me rebuild my legacy. This NPC, okay? I need
Yeah.
to rebuild it.
okay. So
But
we don't.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this year.
You
Trust me.
are? Have you been practicing, or
I've been practicing.
or does this time like actually just reading the magazines? Do you think that'll help you more than?
No. I've read two magazines. I've read. I've been practicing.
All these
Michael
final
Jordan and who?
scenes. Yeah.
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
Oh
There you
shoot!
Dude, I'm ready.
The Mamba mentality.
All right. You gotta hit a
All-
nice fadeaway then.
Like all these final scenes needed to be me and Ori like representing the sins that were like
Right.
representing us the entire time. And what could be more perfect than a basketball magazine for Ori to be envy?
Dude, that was
That's
man.
too good. Did
They
you
weren't
come up-
letting.
Go
Sorry,
for
what
it.
were you gonna say?
No, go for it. Finish it, because I
They
have a
weren't
different
letting me
question.
live it down because I sent that screenshot to like a group chat and they were just laughing their asses off seeing that. I was just like, all right,
Fair enough.
fair. That's fair. Or are you gonna ask my good man?
Yeah. So you came up with like a metaphorical way to personify each one of these, right? Did you from the start want to like have this ending that you're referring to, Ben, where finally you show it within yourself, or did that come about? How do you work through planning a video? Because I mean, if you're there the whole day, you obviously already had a script, already had an idea. Do you ever veer off that script or no?
I mean, we definitely like main story points are definitely figured out well ahead of time. So like that ending stuff like was definitely figured out way ahead of time. But um the amount of things that happen during a day shooting a video that are unexpected, and it was like, wait a minute, do that again. Like that was sick. Like that was
Right.
perfect. That's gonna make in the video. Like, yes, definitely. Like we went in there. We have a pretty tight script. Like I usually have a good idea since I'm editing the videos too. I kind of like have an edit in my head already. It's like, okay, on this drop, it's gonna be this shot. This drop's gonna be this shot, and we know that. But like, you never know how things are gonna look until you shoot it. And then so once you do that, it's like, wait a minute, this shot is way cooler than my idea before.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that happens too.
Okay. Yeah, because I noticed with actually pretty much all your music videos that I've watched, there's always like even without you saying it, there's a story to follow there, and it's way more in detail than like the song, of course, because like you can actually visually see everything happening, but it makes sense together, right? So I always wondered how you like consistently did that. So you actually write and basically plan all this out yourself as well.
Yeah, no, again, going back to our goat Chris, the guy. Yeah, no, me and him will just like
Legend.
have. Yeah, no, he's a legend for sure. We'll have like just brainstorming nights where he'll come over. Sometimes we'll FaceTime Ori too, just to like, I don't know, have fun.
Oh
But,
my
wow.
god! Wait,
Wow.
I gotta tell the story. I gotta tell the story. This is the only media, like the format where I can tell the story. And you know exactly what story I'm gonna tell.
I know
Okay,
exactly
so
what you're gonna say.
when we were first gonna start planning this music video out, Ben went on a retreat with Chris to really like iron everything out and like figure out the ideas that he wanted to have. I will never forget this day ever. I get a call at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's Ben at 1:44 p resolution in a hot tub with Chris, drunk, and he's just like, Ori, I think I figured it out, man. Like, I think I got the ideas. Like, I know exactly what we want to do. I think we're gonna make a hit. And I'm just like,
Do you
Ben,
understand what this looks
Like-
like?
bro.
And he
told
hadn't
me-
met Chris yet. He doesn't know who Chris is. It's just like me and some bearded man in a hot tub in the mountains being like, Ori, we got this. This is the video. This is what we're gonna do. I'm excited.
Dude, I'm in bed. Like, I'm about to pass out. I'm exhausted. I get a phone call from Ben Schuller at 3 a.m. just shirtless in a hot tub. Like, wet. I'm just like, what is going on?
You know, it makes it way better too that he's pixelated as well, because it just
Yeah,
adds
no
shadows
chaos
out
to the
there.
whole equation.
Bro, I wish that there is a universe out there where this was recorded, because
Oh,
like
man.
that, not for like people to know, like for it to be publicized, is because I wish I could have sent it to you when you were sober so that you could see for yourself how you looked when you called me.
Oh yeah, we
'Cause
weren't
it
sober.
had
We were
to
definitely
be-
not sober.
It had to be some of the funniest things I've heard you say on that phone call. It was like a 20-minute phone call. It was the most funniest shit I've heard Ben say ever.
I don't remember what was said. All I know is I was excited to tell you that we had the idea and that we were gonna make some magic. And then look at us 6 months later, and it's out. It's gonna be out.
It's here.
By
It's
the
here,
time
dude.
by the time this reaction comes out, it will be out.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy.
That's so funny.
Can't wait for
man.
Chris to watch this.
Dude, it's just gonna be like, man, these guys really do love me, man. I feel so supported right now.
You know what, guys? In the comment section below, say Chris is the GOAT. That's the
Yes.
only comment you're allowed to say in the
That's-
comment.
Yes.
That's what I want to see, dude. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, so that very last shot, now that you got an ad up, you can't even go back to it, but kind of seeing this on a TV. So yeah, it is part of like a whole album music video series with different nerdcore artists on each song. There's like an overarching storyline that I don't want to give too much away on yet, but if you watch the first video, it gives some kind of hints to where that's going to go. And like the actual, like, so the song like that me and Oricadia did is like its own standalone thing, and most of the videos are, but there's like little bits and pieces of this overarching storyline that by the end of the series will all come together. And it's like a lot of themes of kind of following your dreams in a world that doesn't really accept your specific dreams and thinks that you need to conform, and like that, relating that to like nerdcore specifically, which is like, you know, what a lot of us, our careers are. It's like a, you know, we're pursuing something, pursuing success in a creative field in a way that like the mainstream might not really understand, and might be like, oh, why are you doing it this way? Like you should do it, you know, the way that everybody else does it. So there's a lot of those themes. The story will evolve as the series goes on, and I am yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff planned.